Welcome, welcome everyone, fellow children of the light. My video today is going to be about the year of karma, 2020. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Now, I need to rewind a little bit before we talk about 2020, and we'll go back to 2017. In numerology, a 1 year is a journey of change, new beginnings, independence, and becoming who you really are. In numerology, it's all about getting down to the lowest number. So 2017, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 7 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. You began, I'm sure that you did, I did, an entirely different road. In 2017, the 1 year is the first year of a brand new 9-year cycle of our lives. It urges us to create a more satisfying existence by recognizing the new potential that's developing. It's definitely a time of change and new beginnings. Now, 2018 would be a 2 year in numerology. The 2 year is a slow journey of connection, partnership, relationship, patience, attention to details, cooperation, sensitivity, and gradual progress. By 2019, unabashed energy. We were saying exactly what we wanted and what we needed. Very creative, transformational, unabashed, unapologetic energy. 3 years, a journey to personal happiness, and we began collecting the things that we need to create what makes us truly happy. And in 2019, we began that journey and began to verbally say it, no matter what anyone else thought to the contrary. We definitely spoke out and began our journey to make what makes us truly happy. Which brings us to 2020, which is our 4 year. And the 4 year cycle is one of vision, management, priority, limitations, restrictions, determination, effort, and breakthrough. Our sense of identity, who we really are, and what we really believe. As this year unfolds, we need to develop a clear vision of what we want and make firm commitments to attaining it. We should have already been gathering all of our things since 2017, and we should be ready to go at this point. We need to keep in mind that the reason the 4 year feels oftentimes confusing and difficult is because of its nature. It seems to place obstacles in our path anytime our attention is diverted from reality. Keeps you within boundaries, within walls. It's foundational number. Now, as well as the 4, as well as that 4 structure, balance, energy that we have going on for the 2020, we also have Saturn and Pluto in conjunction. Actually, it was exact. They made an exact alignment just a few days ago, January 12th, 2020. And this is important because it's even a heavier energy a heavier energy that we're working with. Saturn is the god of time, balance, and structure. and very, very closely linked to the notion of karma, the spiritual principle of cause and effect, or I want to say the law of compensation. What you sow, so shall you reap. Now Pluto is the enactor of karma. The action of Pluto is one of implosion and transformation. Pluto rules over death and resurrection, and the principle of karma fits in nicely with this. Every occurrence of Saturn and Pluto conjunction is a relatively rare event that happens approximately every 33 years, and it lasts slightly over 2 years. Saturn and Pluto conjunction can be seen as a global Saturn return or a karmic nature that applies to the entire world. Then God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for sacred signs, and for sacred seasons, and for sacred days, and for sacred years." The point that I'm trying to make here is that Saturn acts as a universal mechanism that accesses the work done during this past previous cycle. If the lessons of that period have been learned and we're ready to move on, then we're ready for more advancement in the next cycle. If a person has been repeating the same behavioral patterns and effectively got stuck without being able to resolve them completely and balance them out, well, then the person isn't likely to be ready for this next new cycle, which would otherwise bring unsurmountable challenges. Thus, the person is directed to repeat the cycle again and hopefully learn the lessons. You have an infinite amount of tries. It's just how hard do you want to make it on yourself, I guess. 2020, Saturn is all about law and order. So if things have been slipping through the cracks, Saturn will put them up and write a ticket out for it. Take you to court, make you pay. Saturn will continue working in Capricorn until December 2020. I'd also like to note that Saturn is at home in Capricorn. It's its home, so it's really liking being there. Also, Saturn, Pluto, all in Capricorn. It's in the South Node as well, and South Node, the things of the South, also always have to do with past karmic past lives and past karmic history that's yet been brought to your attention. So we know all about Saturn. What about Pluto? Pluto works on the inner self, the shadow self, and on the depths of our soul. Pluto helps us to keep digging deeper in order to find our strength and our weaknesses, peel back the layers, and step into our authentic power and light form. All about karma, debts being paid, death, and rebirth. All about death and rebirth. A man reaps what he sows. The one who sows to please his sinful nature, from that nature will reap destruction. The one who sows to please the Spirit, from the Spirit will reap eternal life. Here's what we need to do. We need to take inventory. This is our year to start building. What tools are we working with? We working with the proper tools? We working with the purest place to plant and grow our garden, we need to choose wisely, and our gardens will burst forth abundantly with enough fruit not only for us, but for everyone around us. But if we gather our materials from here, wasteland, toxins, garbage heap, trash, this is what our garden will burst forth. More toxic, poisonous trash. That is not what we want. Not what we want at all. Not what we want at all. The whole of what we know is a system of compensations. Every defect in one manner is made up in another. Every suffering is rewarded. Every sacrifice is made up. Every debt is paid. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Yes, change is inevitably coming. We still have time though, because you see, 2021 is a 5-year, and that's change. It's happening. So we do have this 1 year, this foundational year, to get it right. If we don't have the right tools, if our foundations aren't correct, rip them down and start over. Rip them down and start over. It's possible. You have time. It's never too late. My opinion, 2020 has broke down into 4 parts: the body, the mind, the soul, and the spirit. In 2017, the 1 year, we physically made changes. I know I did. In 18, our thoughts and beliefs changed drastically. In 19, we began researching and gathering materials to make these changes more than thought, but reality. And now 2020, we are creating and laying our foundations, our framework, for this next 9-year cycle of change. It's inevitable. The wheel continues to turn. You just have to know at what time it's turning and when to jump in and jump out. Here's a guide for a fruitful garden and a stable foundation in 2020 and thereafter. Every decision should be made in love, patience, understanding, and with every effort to cause the least amount of stress and harm to any and all life. And that would be human, animal, plant, environmental. We should always consider all of those things when we make decisions and take actions. Cause the least amount of physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual stress and harm as we humbly continue to attain and retain our light within. And the light within is love. The light within is life. Love yourself and love each other unconditionally. Love is life. Life is the flower for which love is the honey. Love is the key. Love the Lord thy God, that's you, your body, mind, soul, and spirit, and love your neighbor like yourself. That's the whole of it. And that's it for me, you guys. I am working on a few more videos. I know it's been a while since I've put one out, but I do have a few in the works. So I bid you all love, peace, and healing. And I'll be talking to you soon.